Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to You and Your Vet talk show. I'm Dr. Clara. I have been in the previous three talk shows as the host, where I have guest speakers coming in to speak. But for today, I am the speaker. If you have missed any of the previous three episodes, you can always go to our Facebook, TikTok, or any of our Instagram handles or YouTube to watch the recorded show. Today's topic is Pet Health 101, meaning introduction into pet health. I'm going to be talking about why you need to take your vet to the veterinarian, what you need to know about their vaccination, deworming, and other things to take care of your pets so they don't fall sick. And even if they fall sick, what you need to do. So let's get into it. The first question we have is, why do we take our pets to the veterinarian? Why do we need to do that? Remember, our pets, they don't know, they cannot talk. You cannot understand what they're saying. So when if something is wrong with them, you can't tell, you don't know. Unlike the human beings like us or our babies or our kids, they can always tell you, oh, mommy, my head is hurting me, mommy, my tummy is paining me. But for the pets, they can't tell you what's wrong with them. They have no way to communicate with us. So that is one of the reasons why you need to have a veterinarian, someone who have gone to school for 6, 7, 8 years to study about them, and they can tell from their symptoms, from their behavior, or for how they look to know if something is wrong. So what best way to do than to just take them to the veterinarian, who can best tell you if they are doing well, if something is wrong, and what can be done. That is the most important reason why you're taking your pet to the veterinarian. So our last episode on pets, we talk about choosing your pets. So if you have come to the conclusion that, oh, I can take care of a pet, I want one, and you have chosen the pet that is right for you. For example, decide to go with a dog, and you have gotten your dog. Most people get their pets around 6 weeks, 8 weeks, while some just get them as, and that's at it. Why they get at that age is because that is when the puppies are weaned off their mother, meaning they don't need to, suck mommy's milk again, so they are now can eat on their own. So the first thing you do when you get your pets is to take them to the veterinarian. So what veterinarian is going to do is to check, is this pet okay? Is this dog okay? You're going to take the temperature, check the mucous membrane, check for any signs of ectoparasite like ticks, mites, lice. Okay, is your pet eating well? What's the color of, check about the stool and everything. They're going to ask you lots of questions to know, okay, if this is in line with how this pet is supposed to be. When all that is done, your veterinarian will now give you a verdict if your dog is doing well, your dog is not doing well, and then what exactly should be done. But if you don't take your pet to a veterinarian, you just get your pet and you go home and you're with your pet. If something's wrong with your pet, you won't know because you don't have the experience or the expertise to know if something is wrong or not. So the very important that you take your pet to the veterinarian so that they are able to assess and do an examination to be sure that your pet is in a good condition. And if it's not in a good health condition, you can now, they do treatment. So that is the important reason why you should take your pet to the veterinarian. Second question we have is, why do pets take vaccines and when should they start taking vaccines? In our last episode, we talked about poultry vaccinations. So it's almost the same thing with pet vaccinations. The reason why they take vaccine is to prevent them from coming down with an ailment. For example, I'm going to use the DHOPP vaccine as an example. Pets take DHOPP vaccine to prevent them against having the 5 viruses that is DHOPP, the distemper, the hepatitis, leptospirosis, and the parvovirus 1 and 2. It's to prevent them from coming down with that ailment. So it's very important that your dogs are vaccinated. And now, what kind of vaccines are they supposed to take, and at what particular time should they take it? Once you have a puppy, the first time you take a vaccine is at week 6. At 6 weeks old, your dog should take the vaccine. That's the best time to take a vaccine. You need to take the DHLPP vaccine. the pet is going to take three DHLPP vaccine for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and 10 weeks. Meaning, when your dog is 6 weeks old, take the dog to the veterinarian, take the first shot. At 8 weeks old, taking the second shot, and at 10 weeks old, is taking the third shot for DHLPP. You need to take those 3 shots to make sure your dog is safe from DHLPP. And the most common one that we have viruses out of the whole 5 is the parvovirus enteritis. So to make sure your dog is safe from parvovirus enteritis, you need to take 3 doses of DHLPP at week 6, week 8, and week 10. Now, after that, the next vaccine to take is the rabies vaccine. The rabies vaccine is taken at week 12. That's at 3 months old. So if your dog gets to 3 months old, your vet to let you know that it's time to take the rabies vaccine, which is to prevent them from getting rabies. So meaning, if your pet peradventure comes in contact with a rabid dog and the rabid dog bites your pet, your dog won't come down with it. Just do prophylactic treatment because you already have rabies vaccine. And again, if a rabid dog bites you, because it is zoonotic, meaning it can be transmitted from animals to humans. So if your dog has rabies and your dog bites you, you are going to get rabies. So it's very important that you take those vaccines because it will protect your pet and also protect you, so you have peace of mind. While for those that have cats, by the first month you have this feline vaccine that you give, feline leukopenia vaccine. Then at 3 months, take the rabies vaccine too. The cats also take rabies vaccines at 3 months. So that's like the common 2 vaccines that is normally taken by cats here in Nigeria. The leukopenia vaccine at 1 month and the rabies vaccine at 3 months. So those are the vaccines that you should put in mind that it is very important for my cat or my dog to have. So if you are listening to me right now and none of these vaccines is familiar to you, but you have a cat and you have a dog, you need to visit your veterinarian and speak to them that, okay, I've heard that my dog should take these vaccines. It doesn't matter what age they are. Even if they are 1 year or 2 years old, they can still take these vaccines. Just speak to your veterinarian to put you through, to let you know what they can take. And if you are listening right now and you don't have a veterinarian, don't worry, don't panic. There's likely a veterinarian close by to you, and if there's no one close by to you, we are here in Akure, we're here in Abeokuta and Ondo Town. You can always reach us by our various social media handles or WhatsApp. So the third question is, how often should our pets be dewormed? Deworming is very important. We human beings will deworm too. Almost everything that animals do, we are doing it too. So we always use ourselves as a link to say, okay, if I don't do this to myself, what will happen? We'll most likely have to deworm almost every 3 months as humans. But for animals, because they're animals, they don't know what they are doing, they cannot talk, they don't understand mostly about what's going on. They will eat anything they see. It's almost like babies. They are on the ground, they are eating. On the floor, they are always sniffing and licking. So that's why you always have to deworm them more than us. Deworm so that the worm load in their belly will reduce or go down. So the first time you are going to deworm your dog is at 1 month. But there's local dogs now that are always outside picking at eating rubbish. Sometimes you have to deworm them at 2 weeks. So sometimes the first time for deworming for pets is 2 weeks, while generally first time is 1 month. So you bring your dog in for deworming at 1 month. The dog is more like an indoor dog. The first time is going to be at 1 month when they are 4 weeks old. After that, it's going to be every two weeks. Deworming is going to be every 2 weeks because of the worm load. As I've explained before, they're always eating everything, putting their mouth everywhere and licking everywhere. So they have to be dewormed every 2 weeks. Then when they get to about 7-8 months, when at least by that time, you know that, I'm not supposed to lick the ground, I'm not supposed to be stuck eating dirty things around. By then they have a bit of, okay, now I'm a big boy, I'm not going to do that. You can be deworming them every one month. So it's not going to be every 2 weeks. So every one month, like every month, you be deworming them. Then when they get to about a year, a year plus, it can become every 2 months. So you can see that as they are growing older, the deworming is reducing. Back to the vaccination I talked about earlier, you don't stop after the 3 shots of DHLPP and the 1 shot of anti-rabies. After that, it's going to be annually. It's going to be taking a booster shot of both the DHLPP and the anti-rabies vaccine. It's not going to just say after the 3 JPP shots and the 1 anti-rabies vaccine, that's the end, that's all. We're going to just be deworming. No. Every year, a booster shot will be given to boost what has already been given when they were younger. So every year, after that last anti-rabies vaccine, you have to give anti-rabies and DHLPP. This is why it's very important to have a veterinarian, so you can always talk to them and let them know, and they can always let you know when it is due. Like, oh, good afternoon, sir, your dog is due for your vaccination. So it's very important to know what kind of hand with your veterinarian if you have a pet at home. So back to deworming. So after the first one, and when they are 1 month old, it becomes every 2 weeks until they become about 6-7 months old. Then it's now every month. Then when they are over a year or 1 year plus, it becomes every 2 months. Now we also have routine checkups, routine treatments. In that, okay, you're taking their vaccinations and they're going to be doing deworming. You need to also come for routine checkup at least once every month for pets that are between 3 to 6-7 months old. You need to bring in your pets for routine treatments where you're going to be checking for their eyes, their ears, their body. Are they putting on the right weight? This is how they're supposed to be looking. Are they looking healthy? Is their hair looking fine? Are they eating well? The amount of food they're giving them, is it the correct one? Is their poo fine? Anything wrong? So that is when the vet will be able to look at the wire. Because for you, if your dog is eating well, it's all right. It's playing well, it's all right. But there's some things that you may not see until it gets late. Most pet parents, they don't bring in their dog until when the dog stops eating. And your dog will not just stop eating at once. It will gradually reduce intake of food. So before that happens, when it gets to that chronic stage where you have to now be spending thousands of naira, if you bring in your dog for a routine checkup, the vet will be able to pinpoint something is wrong before when your dog stops eating or when your dog stops playing. Sometimes your dog can be playing around, they can still be eating, but something is wrong with them. So it's important to do your routine checkup so that when they are doing routine checkup and they notice anything, you can prevent it and treat or take care of it before when it escalates to something bigger. So the next question is, what simple care should be given to your pet regularly? You have a new pet. You're excited. You have bought the cage, you have bought the food, you have bought the toothbrush, you have bought the soap, you have bought the shampoo, you have bought everything to make your pet, your baby, to just feel good and happy in your house. Good. Well done. I rejoice with you. But you also have to do other things. It's really a wonderful, stressful job because like you having a child. So what you need to have in mind is that your pet has to be clean. If they are not clean, if you allow them to just walk up and down, getting dirty, you are inviting diseases to you. So at least every week, for your babies that are always playing outside, give them a bath. With pet shampoos, not your own shampoos, not your own soap. They did not produce that soap or shampoo for pets. They made it for human beings with ingredients that are for us. So using your soap or shampoo for your pets, it will have harmful ingredients that can cause skin disease for them, or they'll have adverse reaction to it. So get pet shampoos and pet soaps to use for them. So for your dog, your dog is always outside, playing outside in the dirt, in the mud, in dirty waters, you have to bathe your dog at least once every week. But if your dog is an indoor dog, once in every 2 weeks is fine. Bigger dogs, you have a bit of sense, they will not do any yama. But if a dog is a very playful dog, at least once in every 2 weeks. If it's not, at least once every. But if your dog is dirty, bathe your dog. Give your dog a bath. But make sure you are using a pet shampoo or a pet soap. We also have pet perfumes you just spray after a bath to give them that sweet smell, so your house is smelling nice. That's for them. Apart from that, you also have pet toothbrush. Brush their teeth at least once in every 3 to 1 month. Give them a brush so that their teeth, will last them long for a long period of time. Brush their teeth. You have with their own toothbrush and with their own toothpaste. Don't use your own toothpaste for your dog. They did not produce that for them. So make sure you get the pet toothbrush and the pet shampoo. Comb their hairs out regularly. When you are combing, when you are giving them a bath, not just because to make them clean. If there is something on their body, you will notice it when you are doing that. So when you are combing your dogs, giving your dog a bath, you will notice that this thing wasn't there when I bathed my dog last month. This wasn't there when I bathed my dog last week. So it will be easier for you to know when something is wrong with your dog. When you are doing those routine cleanups for them, when you are brushing their teeth, when you're giving them a bath, when you are combing them out, you will see ectoparasites. So if your dog did not have ticks when you're baking your dog 2 weeks ago, but you just bake your dog today, this tick is there, it's easier for you to detect it and alert your veterinarian that my dog is having ticks, and they will work on it immediately. Than when you're not baking your dog, you're not pumping your dogs out, then after you just see everywhere is full of ticks. By then you're not going to be spending more money to take care of your dog. So that's one of the things you should do to take care of your pets. Bathing them regularly, brushing their teeth, checking their ears, cleaning their ears. Use cotton bud or cotton wool with a pet hair cleanser, not your own cleanser. So clean it gently. If you are afraid to do it, you can go to your veterinarian to do it for you, so there are no mishaps. Groom your dog regularly. Don't allow your dog's hair to get matted. When your dog hair get matted, even when you touch your dog, you cannot even feel the skin of your dog. They have matted, turned to foam on your body of your dog. It's not nice. It's causing irritation to them, make them squat, and it also make ectoparasites hide inside them. Take them to the veterinarian regularly for their routine checkup, and also make sure you take them out for walks. Don't carry your dog and let your dog just sit down in the house inside one cage and just be throwing food, be giving food, letting them eat it. It's not good for them. They need to move their muscles. They need to walk around so that when they are getting old, it's just like we human beings. You need to move around, not just sit in one place and be eating. Move around so you are stretching your muscles, stretching your bones, your joints, so that you'll still be agile in your old age. Give them good food and give them clean water. I know we'll fight about what I'm about to say right now. You do not feed your dog human food. Human food is not for them. Yes, you can give them plain rice without no salt, no Maggi, no pepper, no jollof rice, no fried rice, no seasoned chicken. You can give chicken, but just boiled. Plain boiled chicken without bones. Do not feed your dog bones. Do not feed your pet bones. It can hook them. Or it can go down and pierce the internal organs, and you now have to start doing surgery and start spending money. So just be on the safe side. Give your dog their canned food, they have dry food, they have treats. You can give your dog plain rice with fish, with meat, with turkey, all those good things of life. Just give them that. If you are like, whenever I'm eating, they're always coming to my room, I know. That's why you have treats. You have treats so that when they're coming to you to come and ask begging for food, give them the treat to distract them. I heard that when dog eats beans, they have ticks. Is this true? First of all, when you are eating, you're not supposed to give your dog beans. Beans is not supposed to be given to your dog at all. It's not supposed to be given to your dog. So do not even feed your dog beans. Do not do that. It's not good for them. And ticks and beans, I don't know what the correlation is, but dogs and ticks are they have a very close relationship. So that's why it's always important to make sure that your surroundings are clean. You give your dog, we have tick tablets that you can speak to your veterinarian about to keep them protected and bring them for their routine checkups. If you have any question, please put them in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer each and every one of them. So the last question I have is, what signs should I see? What signs will I see my dog is sick? If your dog is a playful dog, that should jump up and down, fly up and down, everything, all of a sudden it starts going down. You call him, Lucy, you call her, she's not answering you. You can't something is going wrong. If a dog that used to finish a whole bowl of food, you give the food today, you eat half, tomorrow it's eating small, something is going wrong. If you start noticing that your dog is dull, is not active, is not playing well, or if you start noticing that your dog is vomiting, or the poo of your dog is no longer as strong as it used to be, it's now watery, call your veterinarian immediately. Something is wrong. Something is going wrong. I'm afraid that is all the time we have for today. If you have any question, please feel free to message or send a message to us any of our social media platform, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or you can message us on WhatsApp to just ask. It's not you don't pay any money, it's free. You can ask and we'll answer you. Thank you for joining us for today's You and Your Vet Talk Show. We'll see you next time next week. I remain Dr. Clara. Bye bye.